On this 80th anniversary, President Trump and Prime Minister Starmer announced a historic trade deal between the United States and the United Kingdom. This trade deal provides American companies unprecedented access to the UK markets and delivers real benefits to American farmers while bolstering U.S. national security. The bottom line is this is a great deal for America. As described by President Trump, quote, the deal includes billions of dollars of increased market access for American exports, especially in agriculture, dramatically increasing American.
Have you ever wondered how the world comes up with rules and regulations for international trade? As countries around the world scramble to make trade agreements with one another after U.S. President Donald Trump levied tariffs globally. What is the role of international organizations like the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development today? Today I'm speaking with Dr. Yongsuk Jang. Dr. Jang is a research fellow emeritus of the Science and Technology Policy Institute, a policy think tank for science, technology, and innovation policies in Sejong, Korea. Dr. Jang is currently serving as the chair of the Committee for Science and Technology Policy at the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development.
First of all, I have to tell you about my background a little bit. Well, even though I'm dealing with the science, technology, and innovation, in these days we call it, STI, Science, Technology, Innovation. I'm not the technical guy. I am a policy guy. What I mean is that policy, from the government perspective, we see science, technology, innovation, and our job is how to promote this science, technology, and innovation, and how to regulate the risk of science, technology, innovation. That's my perspective. And this background is exactly reflected on my current position, which is that I'm currently chairing this CSTP, Committee for Scientific and Technological Policy. But you should understand what is the OECD is. OECD is normally, it is recognized as a rich countries club, which means is that advanced countries get together and think about how to make better policy and how to make a better world. So that's the basic principle. And there's two principles, two values that OECD is pursue. One is democracy, the other one is free market. So these two core values are embedded in OECD. And in OECD, there's around 40 different committees, depending on what policy areas you are. So, for example, economic policy is definitely one of that, and social policy, labor policy, trade policy, tax policy, all of that. One of policy domain is science, technology, and innovation. That's the CSTP is doing. Okay. In committee, as the name shows, committee is comprised of representatives from each member country's delegations to it. So from the member countries send their delegations to this committee, who are expertise in science, technology, innovation policy. Okay, they get together and think about what policy measures are effective, what policy measures are effective to promoting and regulating the science, technology, innovation. And a lot of different ideas are coming in, and we discuss about the every critical issues toward to making better world. And there, my job is keeping the time for them. Okay. So this is my current job, and in doing so, I need to understand by myself in every critical issues around science, technology, innovation. That's my job.
I see. And just a quick follow-up. So, for many people, regulations and free market are kind of contradicting. How does that work?
Regulation and free. We are living in the democratic countries and world, which is based on free market. Nonetheless, and in free market, and companies and individuals have freedom to pursue their profits freely, but free does not mean you can do anything. It should be follow the rule that we set out for fair. So there should be some regulations to keep this society and this world fair, and those kind of regulations actually is a kind of governance that we are now living on. So governance is many times is different, and throughout the whole history, all different governances has been here. But in the future, better governances we can think of, and what kind of governances we are trying to accomplish it. It's like set the rule for soccer game or table tennis game. If there's no rules there, probably unfair games will be there. So in order to make them play the fair games, we need some kind of regulations and rules. That kind of rules we are thinking of. So in the free market, free does not mean anything is possible.
Yeah, so given the complexity of today's international politics, how would you advise the science and technology industry to navigate these challenges?
I think this is a very tough question, but I'd like to say in this way, that question is exactly that the current OECD CSTP is really trying to answer. The geopolitical tensions, which is directly related to technological geopolitics. Technology, I would say science, technology, innovation, becomes a central element for national security, economic security, and global security. I just mentioned that there's a bunch of different grand challenges that affect on all growth. These challenges we have to tackle from all different aspects of policies. But one of critical elements is science, technology, innovation. Why? Because science, technology, innovation provide some kind of fundamental solution. I just gave you an example of COVID-19. COVID-19, we could end it up in just less than 3 years. How could? Because the long-term investment on research and development has been done, and based on that, we could quickly develop the vaccines against COVID-19. That could be done. But in these days, we see there's a very delicate geopolitical tensions. United States and China is very in conflict. there you should see technology, science, technology, innovation, capacity is placed in the center of the conflict. All other countries are also very much eager to develop their own technological capacities. So I'd say science technology becomes a central theme of all these conflicts and cooperation. Facing to this current geopolitical tensions, when it was, I roughly divided into three phases. From mid-1990s up to 2010 or something, we enjoyed very much globalized era. What it means is that everyone is open their markets, and there's a good way of global value chains are established, and we enjoyed this free trade and fair trade benefits. But suddenly there is a period of a little bit bigger conflicts between the two superpowers. Facing to that, OECD CSTP has been thinking about how to wisely we can respond to it in order to keep the international cooperation in science, technology, innovation, and avoid a bigger conflict. But now, bigger conflict is happening. So CSTP is also very much concerned about it. Nonetheless, as a international organization which pursue the promoting international cooperation in its as its mandate and mission, we should try to raise our voices in order to even we should further pushing international collaboration. That's one of element that we are quite focused on under the name of transformative SDI. For transformative SDI policies, international cooperation is the essential element in order to keep this SDI be better toward the future.
As Dr. Jang describes, science and technology innovation is central to geopolitical tensions, especially between the US and China. Science and technology innovation now intersects with national economic security and is now key to managing global risks. Thank you for listening. My name is Xu. This episode of The Divide is produced by Radio Taiwan International.